According to statistics, the youth in South Africa make up about 34.3% of the population. Recent statistics have revealed that despite various government interventions to open up socio-economic opportunities for the youth, they have not fared well under 3 decades of democracy.
With this support, the Ntswalo, democracy's child, was able to complete high school. Through the assistance of the National Student Financial Aid Scheme, the Ntswalo attended one of our TVET colleges and obtained a qualification.
Whilst President Ramaphosa used one of his speeches in Parliament to paint a rosy future about the country's youth, there's growing skepticism about the prospect of the youth thriving under the current administration. 16-year-old Nandima Kheledisa is a student with the National School of the Arts and is of a view that her generation is yet to benefit from the freedom dividends.
Freedom to me means being able to be in a space without restraint, or with you being who you truly are, with you being able to do what you really, everything that you can do, but with responsibility.
Are you giving that space in the present day?
Yes, we are. But because I feel like there's different types of freedom to different people. Really, freedom is really what you see it as. Né? Yes, we are free from segregation, we are free from oppression. Né? But even though we're free, are we financially free? Are we mentally free? Are we those type of free? Because I don't really think we are. But to me, freedom really means being able to be in a space where you can truly be who you are without judgment and without restraint.
Bridging the gap.
Yes. Her views are shared by Ifran, who's a youth social activist.
My generation has felt let down. I think in many ways we recognize the past. We are not saying we don't recognize that apartheid and colonialism happened, but there's a recognition that we are still unemployed. We are still facing challenges about drugs in our communities, challenges of alcoholism, of the fact that gender-based violence exists. And so those existential crises, climate change for one, is the floods are killing young people. And so how do we resolve this? And for us, freedom needs to mean more than just something on paper. And that's why our work is so important, because it needs to bridge the divide between what's on paper in our constitution and what's the reality on the ground.
I was born in 1997, so the only South Africa I know is the current one.
For the 28-year-old Monica, despite the past 3 decades of freedom being marred by rampant corruption, there's still a bright future for the youth in South Africa.
The story of the past 30 years, to a large extent, is sadly a story of lost opportunities, of enormous opportunity costs, of politicians who put themselves above all of the people below them. So that is a very negative story, but I think in a sense that is also a story in which the youth gets pushed forward. So South Africa is going forward day by day. The youth is going forward day by day, not because of the wonderful circumstances necessarily we're surrounded with, but despite of it. And that means that we are extremely strong, we're extremely resilient, and we always find a way. Life finds a way. We find a way to thrive and to survive and to go forward as a country, despite of all the negativities we are faced with daily.
This weekend's Freedom Day commemorations will be held under the theme United in Resilience for the Defense of our Freedom and Democracy. Tsepo Iganeng, SABC News, Johannesburg.